Hello everybody and welcome to another ball review here on the channel, this time for the North Pole bundle. This is strange for me because we are usually not getting bundles when it's not the season starts. I've always said I'm not really a fan of bundles, and this, as every other ball release, is always interesting in their own way. I'm gonna try to go through both of the balls to you here on Christmas Day to give you the best possible advice on where to use these balls and how to use them. Are they good? Am I gonna buy anything and stuff like that? Before we do that though, make sure to hit the thumbs up button, also subscribe to the channel and turn on the notifications. For those of you looking to improve your game even more, make note that there are only a few days left until the Christmas special ends. So if you do want to get access to our premium guides, then you sign up using the code TTChristmas. That gives you 25% discount on all our premium guide packages. You can find everything in the description down below. And you sign up on patreon.com/golfclashtommy. We're gonna start with the gingerbread ball. A lot of stats here, a lot of stats as well. And we're gonna jump right into it from a tournament perspective. I'll give this one a 6 out of 10. Oval power needles abilities plus a 2. And for the sake of it as well, the shape on this ball is not entirely round, which just weird. It looks round, and maybe it is, but it is smaller, at least. Let's put it that way. It's not the best ball to be centered. Power 8, side spin 10, wind 8, however, is good stats. I'm not gonna argue against that, and you can most definitely, if you're playing from the front tees, rookie division, or from the second tee pro and expert division, see a lot of value with this ball. When it comes to master division, if we're using these balls, we're usually using a ball with these stats that do have some precisions. We do have had many balls in the past which has wind 8 that has precision, and I do think that there's a lot of players that has a decent chunk of them if you're playing in master divisions. It's kind of like a ball, like, yeah, sure, it's a good ball in a sense, good stats, but we're not really gonna heavily use this type of ball. And even if we're gonna use it, I do think we do have some other balls that we can use instead. So therefore I land in the end at 6 out of 10. I mean, it's not a bad ball, but it's definitely not one of the best. And you maybe notice that I'm not really mentioning the top spin boost 3 or back spin boost 4. It's just like, there will be scenarios where those stats will be a thing, but it's hard to, from a tournament perspective, look at those and see, there's where those stats are going to be useful and stuff like that. It's actually quite hard. We are usually not deciding based on the top spin boost and the back spin boost if we're going to use the ball or not in tournaments. We're more using the power, side spin, and wind resistance, such as precision, if we are investing in ball from a tournament perspective. However, though, when it comes to tour play, I do believe that there is more value in tour play with this ball compared to tournaments. And here is when we are coming into the part with the top spin boost and the back spin boost. There can be some players with, lower level clubs or in some way just with the top spin and also with the back spin that can be helped with that when it comes to getting themselves to the shootout or even being competitive in shootouts. The power 8 is on the line between what I think is okay from a tour play ball to what it's not okay. If it would be a P9, I would be, lower the rating even more. So I think that's on the line. Wind 8 and side spin 10 is great. Side spin 10 is obviously the best. Wind 8 is obviously not the best, so we need to take that into consideration as well. Checkpoint challenge, here we do bump it up a notch more. Here I do feel like the top spin boost and the back spin boost attributes are actually being more and more valuable. Now, I would love obviously a top spin boost 10 and a back spin boost 10, but we're not getting everything we want all the time. But those stats are definitely a helpful thing with the lower level clubs that we are using. The backspin boost, I would say, could be a lifesaver in shootout, and the topspin boost could be a lifesaver when it comes to going to the shootout. So it could actually be a very nice ball to be used. Obviously, power in checkpoint challenge is extremely valuable. So having power 8 is not the best. We would like power 10, and same with wind resistance. We would love a win 10 as well. Precision, not really so important in Checkpoint Challenge in my opinion. But speaking of precision, we're opening up the Festive Ball. Besides, again, it is a slightly weird ball to center. I feel I struggled a bit to try to center that one when I was trying it out. And I guess it's just a way to get used to it, but I don't understand why they keep messing about with those type of things. Just make it one size and one shape and just then continue with absolute brilliant design, because there is no doubt that those designers that are making the golf balls are definitely extremely good on what they are doing. The Festive Ball, we go, first and foremost, has to be said that this is the first, I think it's the first, someone has to correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's the first Power 10 Wind 8 that do have precision. And I was actually looking into getting some on this ball, but I decided against it, and that is mainly because, sorry, I'm not going to go into that. I'm going to go into that once we have kind of breaking down the things here. Tournament 6.5 out of 10. I mean, there will definitely be some value with it. Precision 8 is lovely, and as it is the first P10 Wind 8 Precision Ball, definitely a valuable thing. Would have loved a Wind 10 though. Would have loved some more side spin to it, and obviously a little bit more precision wouldn't have been bad. But it's also a ball that is not going to be used on par 3s, at least not often, so it kind of makes us remove that from where this ball is going to be good to be used. And like I always say, I'm always looking at it from a general perspective. Obviously, in certain scenarios, it's going to be a 10 out of 10 all the time, but it's not going to be a 10 out of 10 all the time. The fact that we can't really use this ball on all the par 3s is a major thing when it comes to setting a rating. Tour play 5 out of 10. You know me, I don't like a high power or a low power. I want somewhere in between when it comes to the shootouts. Sure, it could be a valuable ball when you play par 4s and the par 5s and to get you to shootout. However, though, I mean, we want to look at tour play from the perspective of using the same ball from start to finish. That means including the shootout, even though you could change the ball in shootout. So power 10, I don't like that at all in tour play. Therefore, I give it a 5 out of 10. Checkpoint Challenge, 7 out of 10. Now I love power instead. Absolutely love it. And the wind resistance 8 isn't bad together with that. But a little bit more side spin wouldn't have been bad. Sure, again, being picky, wind 10 would be better. And to be honest, now with all the new stats that we're getting in Checkpoint Challenge, I would love to have had some backspin boost and some topspin boost instead of the Precision 8. Or together with the Precision 8. So it's definitely something that makes it go down a notch. But 7 out of 10, I think that's a fair rating. And I would obviously love to hear your thoughts on these, both of the balls, and especially from a bundle perspective in the comment section below. And that's kind of where I end up, my friends. I'm probably gonna be looking to only get these balls via Prism. And I'm lucky enough to have that on most of the accounts that I'm playing. But I was thinking to get some based off that it's the first Power 10 Wind 8 Precision Ball, and I have actually been looking at that. Over the last 6 months, there has been some occasions where I've been thinking like that could have been actually quite good, especially when there's a lot of precision on the P10 one. But I don't like the fact that I have to change the way I'm looking at things to try to center the ball properly. I don't like the fact that it's a bundle though, because I will not use the gingerbread ball. That's the problem for me. So I feel that I'm paying the double amount of money, or like I'm paying the same money obviously for the normal package, but I'm getting half the balls that I would otherwise get. If it would be a standalone pack with the Festive Ball, I would most definitely be getting some, but now I cannot muster together to buy based of the fact that I do get the gingerbread ball that I will not be using. Like, sure, if it would be a win 10, I would definitely be using that ball. I could use it in practice, but I'm not going to use that win 8 ball that much. So for me, this is a Prism, not purchase, but I will get these balls in Prism, and that's where I'm landing to in the end. And I'm saving my money for this one, waiting for a standalone package, because I do feel as well that like getting the P10 Precision 8 Wind 8 is not gonna be a bad thing. But I will get it in Prism, and I have a repeater Prism as well, which means that I can get 3 new balls. That's my reason for not getting any packed at all. And so always have to think about it from your own selfish perspective if you're gonna buy a ball or not in this game. Now let's have a look at the ball centering and needle spin in action. This is a slightly smaller ball. I know I said the shape was bad, but the shape wasn't bad. It's just a slightly smaller ball, and which is okay though, because gingerbread ball is not really something we're gonna use that super duper often in those type of situation tournament. Now look at this ball here though. I'd struggle a bit due to the top end of the ball. I mean, the bottom end is fine, and I was kind of like having to remove my finger a little bit to kind of get to see if I were center or not when it's slightly covering the top two arrows. It bothers me big time. It really does. Because when you're going, like, let's put it this way, when you're playing in a high level in tournaments and you usually using quite a bit of the seconds that you do have, then you want to be able to quickly go back and center the ball. And sure, it's just a matter of adapting the way you're looking at things, right? But I don't want to do that. I want to be able to do the same thing with every ball that I'm playing. I feel consistency is very important. Now, I'm just blabbing on a lot of talks about these two balls. I would love to hear your thoughts as well. And like I said, we do not have any Ultimate Tournament text guides going on for the North Pole 18-hole cup. There are, however, a lot of great content out there from other brilliant content creators. Make sure to have a look at that. For those of you that do have an active tournament package with us, have access to old slides and such in Telegram, and can access that. And obviously with what is it called next week? It's called the Party Central Tournament solo play again, Jubilee Grove. We will be back in full swing with expert and master division, so it's absolutely bang on time to give yourself a Christmas gift to get 25% off on all our premium guide packages, signing up with the code TT Christmas that you can find in the description down below. And also make sure to look out for my playthroughs that I do have for the North Pole 18-hole cup for some extra help, even though most of the stuff there is for general win. Thank you once again for watching, and I wish you a Merry Christmas.